Hi, yappers! Welcome to Too Long to Text, the podcast where we overshare, give you big sister advice, share the hard-earned lessons from our 20s, and spill untold stories.
Before we get any further, make sure you're following our Instagram at Too Long to Text. That's where we'll notify you about upcoming episodes and share unseen pictures and videos.
Congrats! You've now been added to our group chat.
This topic was Too Long to Text.
Hey guys!
Welcome back. Fourth episode.
Fourth epi, and this is the last one we're recording before it launches.
We're recording Sunday.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting.
So has forgotten that we're recording on Sunday also.
I know.
We're stacking up this
I keep
week.
forgetting.
Because
Yeah.
we're going to New York, and I think we wanted to stack it.
Because we wanted to
I was like, I'll be here. You might not be here, but.
I know, because, I got confused because, okay, let me just say this. I quadruple booked myself this weekend, and I'm stressing out about it because today I taught Pilates this morning, and then we had this, okay? And then I'm going on a date tonight.
A date?
Yeah.
That's so cute.
Yeah, Natalie's taking me on a date.
I was like, with who?
After this. That's why I love you guys, but my makeup is not for you. I have nighttime makeup on for my date. And then tomorrow I'm going on an early morning walk with my friend Summer, my new type 1 diabetic friend.
Was that the girl today?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're going on a walk, get coffee, and then potentially lunch. And then I have to come back here. And then me, you, and Spencer are getting dinner. And then I'm going to try to make a stop at a birthday party. And then Sunday, I teach again.
Oh, yeah.
I also have to grocery shop and clean my house because it hasn't been cleaned in weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're recording.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
And then we leave to New York, no?
Yeah. Well.
Oh, no. That's
we have
the next
1
week.
week.
Oh, never
and
mind,
then,
never mind.
But
Another
anyway,
week.
yeah, we wanted to stock up on episodes.
Stack
We
up.
wanted to stack up. Stack your mat. I'm talking in Pilates terms. Speaking of Pilates, today we're going to be talking all about being an entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm.
Because we both, in our own regards, have a business. I mean, legally, we both have a business.
Yeah.
They're just very different.
Yeah. At young ages, I think, too,
Yeah.
which is abnormal in a lot of ways,
Mhm.
but also very cool and grateful and lucky to have
course.
that.
Yeah, I feel like this goes without being said, but just to emphasize, like, anything we say comes from the utmost gratitude
Mm-hmm. Very, very grateful.
and happy.
And I think we've both worked other jobs,
Mhm.
like, before being our
Yeah.
own bosses in a lot of ways, so I think we both have a lot of gratitude for our jobs now.
Of course. I think that makes us appreciate it
Yeah.
more.
Yeah.
Because we know what other jobs are out there, and we've
Mhm.
tried them and we've worked them, and
Mm-hmm.
now we get to see, like, what world is out there.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Should we start the voice memos?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Wait, you're going to laugh.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't told Sophie this. This happened.
Actually, we both haven't told each other our voice
Yeah,
memos
we don't
yet.
know. So you'll get our real reactions. Okay, so my story I'm going to tell right now is from when I was away at camp, because I was just in Michigan at a, like, family sleepaway camp with my girlfriend's family. And so one day, my girlfriend and I, which, okay, like, Michigan's, like, you know, progressive enough,
Mhm.
but, like, this camp is just, like, you know, pretty wealthy, mostly white straight families.
Oh, really? Yeah.
So, like, you know, not much diversity there. So we're like, we actually ended up meeting a few other lesbians, but we're like kind of the
Oh.
token lesbians. Like, there's not, it's mostly straight couples, straight families, and, like, then there's the lesbians here. Okay. So we're walking down to, I think we're going to the dining hall, and we, like, pass the beach area. And as we're walking by, this lifeguard, like, one of the camp counselors, lifeguard, is coming down the stairs. And we look over at her because she's, like, coming down the stairs. And when I tell you, this girl has the biggest boobs I've ever seen in my entire life.
Bigger than me?
Like,
Just kidding.
okay, but then picture you're wearing a tight, not to sexualize her, but this tight bathing suit.
Uh-huh.
And she's going down the stairs. So they're, you know.
Yeah.
And so, okay. 3 things happen simultaneously.
Yeah.
1, I look at Natalie. 2, Natalie looks at me. 3, I'll tell you after. So me and Natalie look at each other, and we both go at the same exact time. Damn. Okay?
Yeah.
But we're like, oh, she definitely didn't hear us.
Oh, God.
As we finish saying, damn, she goes, hey, guys.
Oh, my God.
Like, as in, like,
she heard.
She definitely heard. But we were like, oh, my God, like, awkward. Like, did she
Yeah.
hear that? Like, we weren't completely sure. But we were
You're
like,
not
why
any
would
better
she
than
have,
a man.
you know, literally. We were like, why would she have, like, said hey? Like,
Yeah.
that was, because it was awkward. Like,
Yeah,
she
yeah.
had no reason to say hey.
Wait, did she say hey after she, like, passed you?
No, so we were, like, walking by her. She's coming down the stairs. We both looked. And then we looked
Yeah,
at each other and we went, damn. And then she goes, hey, guys.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're like, oh, fuck. Like, did she hear us? And then we watch her. She runs over to a group of counselors, says something. They all turn to us and start laughing.
Oh, God.
And we were like, how disgusting of us.
Yeah.
Because we're no better than a man.
Yeah.
We saw this woman walking down the stairs. We had a uncontrolled reaction. We was, damn. And she heard us. And then they made fun of us. And we're like, of course.
Karma.
We're the only lesbians here. Not actually, but pretty much. And we just made a fool of ourselves.
That's so
So-
funny. That's also funny because I feel like here, there's more lesbians than not.
Oh, yeah. Everyone's gay in LA.
It's funny.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
that's
that's
my story.
embarrassing.
Yeah. And we actually, like, every time we passed her afterward, we were like, head down, head down, head down.
Yeah.
Like, how just, if a man did that to
Yeah.
me,
Yeah.
I'd be pissed.
Oh, we'd be like, what did you just say?
Yes. Natalie makes fun of me because anytime a man is staring at me, like, one thing about me, if a man is staring, don't stare.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can't perceive me. You're not allowed to perceive me.
Mm-hmm.
And so anytime a man is staring or anything, really, Natalie always makes fun of me because I'm always like, what?
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 I like, my aunt used to tell me to just bark at them.
Yes. Yeah,
And then
scare
they'll
them
leave you
away.
alone. That's funny.
Yeah.
Okay, my voice memo. Well, this voice memo was sent to me by one of my employees. I was in Florida visiting my grandpa, and this tends to happen when I'm on vacation, is that an emergency happens at the studio.
Always.
Like, always something.
Yeah.
And I always end up texting Soph and Spencer, like, oh my God, you won't, like, I can't believe this just happened. But I never ended up following up because I was like, it was a whole story. But, like, I just
Yeah.
need to let you guys know that there's something
Yeah.
happening.
Yeah.
But basically, this has actually never happened to my instructors, which is crazy. A lot of emergencies will be like, somebody slept in and like missed the class, which happens if your alarm doesn't go off, like
Yeah.
whatever. But this has never happened, actually. One of my girls was teaching in the middle of her class, and like while you're teaching, you know now too, like you like can't leave the room for the next 45 50 minutes. Like say you had to like my story, remember when I was bleeding in my pants the first episode, I was talking about like if I'm bleeding, like I can't leave, I'm just gonna figure something out. Anyways, one of my girls, she will teach when she's sick, like she's super like go-getter. Anyways, apparently she started teaching and was really dizzy like the first 10 minutes in, and was like, sorry guys, I have to go, and runs to the bathroom and trigger warning vomits. But as that happened, I get a call from another instructor who happened to be there because she was teaching the next class, being like, this person just like threw up in the bathroom, I don't know what to do. And people are sitting on the machines. Like they're like,
is that Reformer?
What? Yeah, at Reformer.
What did she say? Was she just like...
She just was like, I need a second. Like, I don't think... She felt dizzy and then like...
Yeah.
And like apparently was like throwing up a lot.
Oh my God.
But one of my instructors, like, people have like flight or fight, you know, where it's like, do I start? Do I go? Like, they didn't know what to do. That is a whole separate story.
Yeah.
But coincidentally, another one of my instructors happened to be taking the class, so already knew what was happening.
Mm-hmm.
She's an angel.
Yeah.
Literally, bless her. But she got up and just started teaching the rest of the class.
Oh my God.
But that's never happened. Like, I've never had, but it was like as soon as I sat at the pool with my 92-year-old grandpa, and I was like, like the whole time was not relaxing.
Yeah, of course not.
With him, but like that those like 30 minutes were, and then I got that call, so then I'm calling and texting, and then she couldn't teach the next class, so then I'm like texting the other person, and then like, and we're sending voice memos back and forth because it's too long to text out everything that happened. And yeah,
what happened? Was she okay?
She said she woke up not feeling well, but again, she was like,
oh my God,
she's awesome where she's just like, I'm gonna teach. Anyway, obviously if you are like so sick and it's contagious, I'd be like, don't come. But
poor thing.
But anyways, I just was like, it's always something when I'm away.
God,
so
of course.
But yeah, that's also
that's crazy that the instructor was in the class though.
Yeah, she happened to be in the class, so she like just picked up, and it went really. My front desk said she heard, and it went really smooth.
Like, did the clients know what was happening?
I don't know. Like, I really don't know. I tried to look on the camera.
It's like a flash mob, but for Pilates
Someone's
class.
being trained, and then the next person gets up. For, like, now we're
imagine everyone starts getting up and teaching the class.
Yeah. But I got really lucky that one of my teachers was in the class taking it.
Yeah, what would have happened if...
Sorry, guys, you have to leave. And that sucks. People just, like... and they were already, like, 15 minutes in. I've had it before where, like, the instructor didn't show up, so everyone was on the machines and then had to leave. Ugh, but this is so weird to happen in the middle. And actually, this week happened to one of my other instructors, too, but she was fine. She said, excuse me, I have a girl problem, 1 second, runs to the bathroom, runs back.
Oh, my God.
So it happened actually twice this month, which is crazy.
Oh, God.
But I know that feeling where you're, like... I remember I had such bad cramps once, and I was like, I had to like squat down on the floor while I was teaching reformer, because like, what are you supposed to do? Like, you're talking the whole time, walking the whole time.
Yeah, like what if I suddenly have to shit my pants one day?
Well, it happened to somebody this week.
Oh, really? Yeah. They had to shit their pants really bad?
1 second and ran.
Oh my God.
Like, if you're sick.
I know they didn't wipe well.
Yeah. Probably. Like, in their leggings, you see it like smeared.
Yeah.
Anyways, that was my story that you didn't know.
Poor thing.
But I was stressed. Now it's funny, but like I was so stressed. I was like, of course I'm not here. I would have just run over and like taught the class.
How would you have reacted if, like, in that moment, your front desk person was like, okay, I'm just going to finish and teach it?
No, my friend, she couldn't teach it.
I know, but what if? What would you have done?
I would have, like, I don't know.
I know.
Because that's like not allowed.
Yeah.
I don't think they would have done that.
I know. I can't see them doing that either. But I see myself, like, if I was front desk, I see myself being like, I'll teach it.
Yeah. No, I have a few front desks that are like, Sophie, like, I want to get certified just in case there's an emergency. And then I can teach. True. And then also, like, they have this, like, one routine that I've taught them that they can just use over.
Honestly, that's actually not a terrible idea.
Yeah. But then the issue is that then they become an instructor. Then they don't want to work front desk anymore. Yeah. Be an instructor. Yeah. So that's why I try and keep, like, them separate.
True. Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, your story was respectful and mine was disrespectful this week. So.
Yeah, that was funny.
But we wanted to talk about all things entrepreneurship. Mm-hmm. But when we were talking about doing this episode, we didn't know like what direction to take it in, or what you guys would want to hear, or like what we should spend more time on than other, you know? Mm-hmm. So we took to our Instagram stories once again, as we do. And we asked you guys to ask us.
Honestly, these questions are really good. Yes. Like, I was like, oh, wow, that's a good question.
Yeah. I was so glad we asked because we were like, we couldn't find the direction for this episode. Yeah. And then you guys asked things that we were like, duh.
Yeah. But I feel like it's really interesting. I mean, at least on my, like, For You page right now, it's a lot of young girls wanting to be an entrepreneur, be creative, whether in a lot of different ways. But I feel like people are trying to not work a 9-to-5 more and more and more and more. Obviously, it's easier for others than some. But I feel like this day and age, you can be so creative in different ways. Even if it's just like a side hustle to make more money.
Oh, 100%.
Like, I feel like even like because I started with a 9-to-5 and I taught Pilates on the side. And then I was able to transition to teaching Pilates full-time instead of 9-to-5. So sometimes your little side hustles end up turning into bigger careers, so.
I think nowadays, too. I mean, I guess it's hard to say because, like, I wasn't this age in other time frames. But I feel like more people have the opportunity to follow their passion and make it a job, even if it's not their main thing. Like, I think
their main source of income.
Yeah, like I think a lot of people nowadays have their side thing. And I think part of that does come from like people can't support themselves from literally one job, most of the people. But even so, like even if you're not making money from your side hustle, I think people are still just doing it more. I think since COVID.
Yeah, it's interesting because actually think this is one of the questions, but like people sometimes say like don't turn your passion into your career.
Yeah.
Even little things like my boyfriend works in marketing and he's a diehard Laker fan, and people say don't work for the Lakers if you're like a diehard Laker fan, because that you can like they're like don't meet your celebrity.
Right.
It's like that, your favorite celebrity.
What is that question? Should we do that one first?
Literally this. Is it scary to transform your passion into your work? Do you want to answer, or do you want me to?
Yeah, I feel like my answer is kind of quick, because for me, I think it more so became, like, the more it became what I did for a living, the more it became my passion too. It kind of all happened at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, I made videos just like everyone else, and yes, I always loved it. And like looking back on it, like I would make little YouTube videos and things like that. But like, I don't feel like that's very unique. Like I feel like doesn't everyone kind of make videos and whatever, post them nowadays? And I loved it, but I just never expected it to be like, I wasn't making videos to become an influencer or like to make it my career. I just like was making them, and then when it started to become my career, I realized how much I loved it, and it became more and more my passion, and I realized like it's what I really want to dedicate my time to. So I feel like it kind of happened simultaneously, rather than being like, this is what I want to strive for, I want this to be my career. You know what I'm saying?
And I think that shows, I think that shows with like you being authentic in your videos, because again, you're not just doing it, like you genuinely like to create videos still, even though it's for your work, and you like to be creative and always want to change it up and like add things and challenge yourself and stuff. So I think if somebody was just trying to make videos to make money, you can tell, and it's not authentic to themselves.
Yes, definitely.
That's, I think, the same for me when people are like, I want to open a Pilates studio, but like they've never taken
can tell
Pilates before, and it's just like a money grab. That will translate to your audience. So that's why like you became successful in this space, because it's translated to your audience that you actually are passionate about it. And I think that reads.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I agree though. Like, I feel like, well, there's so many different types of creators, but I think, and it's not even that one's the right way to go about it. I think it just they're just different ways to go about it. But like, there are people who set out to be an influencer, and they are like posting 20 times a day, and they're posting links and like this and that, things that like are known statistically to like grow you, but they're not created necessarily out of passion, which like, great hustle. You'll probably make some great money doing that.
Yeah.
But I feel like it is like, there is a difference, and maybe if I started nowadays, that is how I would go about it. Who knows? But the way that I did fall into it, it was very much like a happy accident, and it just became my passion. So I feel lucky in the sense of like, I realized it was my passion while it was already what I was doing.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
For me, you?
I think there's pros and cons to it. Obviously, like being able to like I it's honestly so separate in my head, like owning a business and then like it being a Pilates studio. And I think that's helped me a lot recently, because obviously owning a business that you're passionate about makes it so much more fun. If I owned a business that had to do with like gaming, I'd like be miserable, because I don't like gaming. I'm not interested in that, and I'm not as passionate about growing it.
Right.
But I do think even teaching Pilates has changed my relationship with Pilates, in terms of like, that was probably taking Pilates was it's more than just physical, but for me it was like a mental place where I could escape and feel good about myself mentally, physically, everything like that. And now that I teach it, and like even when I take class at the studio, obviously I'm so grateful I can have free classes for life at like owning the place.
Yeah.
My brain is constantly working, so I'm like, is everybody liking the class? How's the instructor doing? So it is like my place of work still. But obviously it makes it so much more fun to like to do something that I love and I'm passionate about. And I also want other people to be passionate about Pilates and feel good about themselves when they're in the class. So
yeah, I feel like having the passion for Pilates, like, in a sense, makes the hard work that goes on behind the scenes to own a business worth it.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, what would be the point if you didn't love what the business was
I actually listened to a podcast of another Pilates studio owner in LA, and she said something that, like, stuck with me, that it changed her relationship with Pilates and working out, and not in a bad way, but it's just different. Like, it just is. Like, I really don't teach as much anymore because I need to focus on the business growing, because it is still a business, not just a Pilates studio, which I'm so grateful that I have instructors that I trust and are really good. And yeah, thanks. And yeah, I think it's just different, not necessarily bad, not necessarily good, but I think if you're able to turn your passion into a career, like, you're very lucky. And yeah.
Do you feel like having the business made you more or less passionate about Pilates?
It made me less passionate, I think, within myself, but more passionate for others to fall in love with it.
Bodhisattva.
What?
Bodhisattva.
What?
It's like someone comment.
Is that English?
Well, it has to do with Buddhism.
Oh.
So I took a philosophy class.
Wait,
and I
what
learned
did you say it?
Bodhisattva.
Oh,
So someone comment everything exactly how it is, because don't quote me, but essentially a bodhisattva is like someone who's reached enlightenment. It's like a Buddha that has...
Are you calling me a Buddha?
Yeah. It's like a person who has reached enlightenment and then chooses to teach it onto others.
So I'm basically Jesus.
So you are the son of God.
Yeah,
actually.
literally. No.
But yeah, no, bodhisattva, like to take your knowledge and your passion and use it to grow someone else's knowledge and passion. It's like,
do you know what that reminds me of? I feel like being a camp counselor. I don't know why, that just...
With big boobs running down the stairs?
Yeah. Like, no, like, I remember when I was a camper, my sleepaway camp, like, all the joy went into, an effort was to making the campers happy. Then I became a counselor at my sleepaway camp, and it was all about, yeah, I still enjoyed it because it was my camp that I'd gone to forever, but it was all about now giving back to these campers to enjoy it as much as I did.
It's like Christmas with Santa and
exactly.
stuff. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I know.
Imagine having kids and, like, you get to, like, wrap presents.
No, I can't wait.
Yeah.
Talk about passion.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mommy.
no. You're right. It is like that. It's like you are living it. It's your passion. And then you starting the business is kind of you almost like closing the door to that and then opening a new door.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
I like that. Well, I feel like this is a good one to like build off of that. How to not be embarrassed getting started.
Oh. Actually, do you want me to start?
Yeah.
Okay. It's so funny because people, like, will ask me all the time about, I don't know, just, like, the first studio that I opened and how I felt opening it. Like, I knew that, like, it could have failed, I think. Like, I had that going into it. I had no idea what it would have become. We could have opened and had to close. But for me, I always tell myself that I would have more anxiety at the end of my life not doing something that 100%. I wanted to do. You know what I mean? Like 100%. That would make me more anxious than my fear of like embarrassment.
Yeah.
For me, you know?
I think like not trying is the only failure. I think if you try and then whatever you tried didn't work out, I don't think that's failure. You tried.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
I have had, like, I remember when I first opened, I had a girl told me through a girl that there were a group of girls at a party all talking about, oh, Sophie's opening the studio, like, and kind of, like, laughing about it, which, like, did make me feel embarrassed a little bit. I'm like, wait, do I fucking know what I'm doing? I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I just was, like, I just trusted myself and believed in myself, I think, and, like, had a very clear vision, I think, of what I wanted to offer to everybody. But, like, I'm not going to say that, like, that didn't feel... That was hurtful,
right? Of
in
course.
a sense, and I was like, "Oh, is this embarrassing?"
Well, being
like it does make you question yourself, other people's opinions, but it also made me want to hustle, too. Where I was like, "Okay, fuck you, watch me."
Right,
like,
right,
you know?
Exactly.
Or even adults I've had, like they all told me because I worked a 9 to 5 after I graduated, for like 8 months before I opened my first studio, And I had so many adults tell me, no, you need to like have that 9 to 5 on your resume for a whole year before you open. I'm like, I don't even use a resume anymore.
Yeah,
like
I see that's something like I do feel like that's the mindset that a lot of like middle-aged people have, and I don't know if it's because that's something you did actually need to have, who knows, but like I don't know why middle-aged people are so set on like having a built resume when you are going to be pursuing a new avenue.
I think it is very like old school thinking. I mean, even like it's like my mom is like such a Jewish mom where she wanted my sister to go to law school, and like she wanted me to be a doctor. I thought I was going to go back to like med school after I graduated, because that was like
and for things like that, you need a resume.
Yes, exactly.
Of course.
But if I listened to them, I think I would have held myself back, and I would have never started, I think. So at the end of the day, I think even if somebody like makes fun of you for trying to follow your passion or your dream, like that's on them. Like that's not, like,
I agree. Like, would you rather get made fun of for following your passion, or would you rather not follow your passion?
Yeah.
Like
I see so many videos on TikTok that people are like, just post the content, you know. They're saying that they're like, and so somebody makes fun of you and now all of a sudden look at you and like you can quit your job.
Also, exactly. And also like everyone started at some point. Even like for me, even huge creators, even massive pop stars, like whatever, they all were new and trying to get into it at one point. And like they probably felt embarrassed too, maybe. Like, who knows? But I just don't see the point in, like, holding yourself... Feeling embarrassment is one thing, that's natural, but holding yourself back because you feel it, I just think is so unnecessary. Because I feel you can speak to anyone who's starting something new, especially if it has a risk to it, they feel embarrassment. They're worried about judgment, especially the fear of failing, and then the judgment of... Like, I feel like people worry about failing because... the judgment you would get. Like,
I think if you're constantly worried about being like embarrassing yourself, like it will just never happen. So you like have to work over getting over that fear. And also, this sounds kind of lonely and sad, but no one actually cares or thinks about you as much as you think.
No one cares.
And it may be for a thought. They'd be like, that's embarrassing of her, and then they move on with their day,
which says something about them and not you.
But like it is true, like no one actually thinks about you as much as you think they do.
Right. And also, like...
which is nice in a way, but also, like, kind of sad, but...
I mean, yeah. Okay, if we get deeper, it's sad. But no, it is, like, no one cares about you as much as you care about you in the sense of, like, no one is putting as much thought into you as you are. And also, like, I feel like in order to be successful, you have to put yourself in the place where you might feel embarrassment or fear or shame or whatever. Like, that is how you become successful, in my opinion.
I heard from another podcast once about, like, entrepreneurship. They were talking about, they always said this phrase, like, launch and then adjust. Because a lot of people will, like, wait until it's, like, they have the perfect video to create, or they have the perfect business idea.
I hear a lot too,
and then, but, like, you will never have, like, the perfect business plan or the perfect video idea to then like blow up. You just have to keep posting or keep trying and then adjust. So like even if it is some embarrassing content, whatever sticks, and then you adjust and then you find your niche kind of. And that's the same for me. I think like sometimes I'm like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing when I open the second studio. And then I launched. I didn't wait until the perfect time where I thought I know everything, because I didn't know everything. I won't learn until it's happening currently. So you launch and then you adjust.
That reminds me of something one of my therapists once told me is there's no such thing as mentally preparing. Like you can quote unquote mentally prepare for a scenario 100 times. You have done nothing except replay a fake scenario in your head, because then the real scenario is going to play out however it played out. Maybe it's similar to something you made up in your head, but you still, when you get to that point, I promise you it's going to be just as hard and challenging
and different than what you thought.
Exactly. And you're going to feel different. It's going to play out different. You're never going to have the perfect plan, like launch and adjust. That reminds me of Claudia, how do you say her last name? Slisky. With Cycler. She launched Cycler however long ago. the response from her audience, the consumer, was overall not great. They thought it was too expensive. They weren't super happy with the product for the price, the branding of it. Like, they weren't impressed. It didn't go super well. It kind of disappeared for a while, and then she relaunched Cycler, you're wearing it, or she just rebranded. I don't know exactly what she did. And I'm sure you guys have heard of Cycler perfume oils or body, whatever. It is now super popular. And like what she did is she took the risk. It didn't go super well. She didn't get a great response. So she adjusted. She listened to her consumer. She adjusted. And now it seems to be really successful. Like, and she had to fail to get there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I love her oils.
Ugh, me too.
This next question, what are the best ways to organize your time being your own boss?
It's a hard one. Another thing you have to learn as you go.
And everyone, like, different schedules, it works differently for everybody.
Of course. And changes during different phases of life, too. And I think maybe that is kind of something to consider, is like the time you put into your business or your career versus the time you put into like yourself or your friends or relationship, whatever, is going to change. Like, the percentage you put into each thing is going to be constantly shifting. And you can't just like, it's great, the fact that you have that flexibility, but it also adds that stress of like, how do I find all the mental space to keep up with my business, but then also my friends, my family, myself, my health, like everything.
Yeah.
I feel like it is an ever-changing balance.
I think also, like, another question similar to this one was about, like, organizing your time or, like, your daily schedule. It is interesting because, like, we are very, very lucky. We're, like, there's certain things we could do at midnight.
Right.
So, which is nice, and it's on our own time. But the more we procrastinate, the more it just impacts us. Then, like, like when I used to work my 9 to 5 and do work, like, I would have to have it done by 5
you like
for the
have
brand.
that deadline.
Yeah, you have that deadline. Let me just brag about you for a second.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's interesting because I've been, like, I feel like I know a lot of, like, content creators and stuff, and I think you're really good about organizing your time in your day.
Yeah.
Like, you could very much easily wake up at 12 o'clock, which is probably what I would do.
Yeah.
And, like, you know, kind of just, like, be lazy. You know, still, like, make your video or whatever, but you're very much, like, you wake up, like, you have your whole routine down so that, to prepare yourself. Like, you know what days you're editing. You know what days you're filming. Like, you set your day-to-day to make it feel like it is like a 9 to 5 almost. And obviously, like, there's pros to it and everything, and you can be like, oh, actually, I don't have to do this today. Which you're very lucky, obviously. But, like, I do think that there's a lot of other content creators who kind of just, like, post randomly, but you're obviously very strategic. And I think you take it really seriously. Thanks. Like, you, and I've even heard your manager say this, like, you take it so seriously and, like, always on time for everything, and really try to create that schedule for yourself.
Thanks. I do. Like, I think, like, I guess I have always realized that, like, this, what I do for a living is going to be what I make it. What I put into it is what I'm going to receive back out from it. And also, like, part of it's a personality thing. Like, I like a schedule. I work well with a schedule. But I think it's also more than that. It's like, I have the opportunity to say, like, to decide what my schedule is and to structure my own time. And I want to use that to my advantage rather than just, like, sit on all of this time.
You are very hard on yourself, though. Like, I even remember, like, when we first started being friends, and, like, if you, like, didn't get to edit the video that day because you were, like, enjoying your time with your friends, you were, like, very upset.
Yes.
Like,
it, like, would, and that's, I'm sure you can relate too. Like, it's great until you're your hardest critic. And when you're your own boss, at least for me, like, I'm the worst boss, the most rude, hard boss ever, holding the craziest, strictest guidelines and, like, deadlines for myself, because, like, I feel like to an extent I have to, which again I think is like a personality thing. But like I do it because I care, but also it does get to a point where I'm like, okay, so loosen the reins. Like, yeah, you said Wednesday you were going to edit this and that, but like you only got around to editing one thing and then decided to hang out with your friends. Yeah, I think you've gotten better at that. Definitely, Lexapro. Thanks. Yeah. But like, yeah, I like...
Yeah, honestly, that was pre-Lexapro.
Yes. We should do an episode on that because Lexapro shifted my personality. Like...
Because we became friends like right before.
Yes. The first 24 hours on Lexapro, I was with you, and I remember like, I mean, wanting to die. That's like another another topic. But that first day, felt
where
terrible.
were we?
We went to an event. I remember I was wearing a white skirt and a tie-dye shirt.
Oh, yeah.
I did not feel good that day.
Yeah, I was like taking pictures of you, and you're like, you look so cute, and you're like,
oh, I like could not muster up a smile.
Yeah.
What was the question? I feel like I just wandered.
Best ways to organize your time. Like, but anyways, I just was saying, like, for you, I think, like, for your mental health, too, like, you do have a very regimented schedule. And I think, like, even though people are like, well, you know, like, content creators, like, just make videos all day. Like, you don't. And I can see that. And, like, you actually do put effort and time and scheduling and to making it into, I don't know, something. I've seen other people do it, and you're definitely not lazy with it. So
thanks, Sophie.
Do you hear that?
Coming from the least lazy person ever, that is actually really flattering. Because Sophie's always go. I'm want to know how you. Yeah, I'm working. I want to know how you organize it because, like,
I actually don't.
She's like, actually, but like for you, it's interesting because you have, you know, the hours when the studio's open. And then you have all the hours when the studio's closed, and yet the business is still open for you in your brain.
Yeah.
So how do you go about that? Because I'm sure, well, actually, I don't know. Do you feel a shift from when the studio is open versus when it's not?
It's interesting. It's a 3-day weekend this weekend, and it's so funny because I didn't even know that because the studio's just always is open except for like on Christmas or whatever. But it's so funny because I'm like, okay, people will probably leave me alone on Monday, meaning my clients with just like questions or whatever. Yeah. So like I do feel a shift when it's like a Saturday, Sunday, Monday, like because people are doing their own thing. They're not worried about like membership questions or like whatever stuff like that. But
like the world is structured for 9 to 5.
Yeah. So in terms of clients, yes. And also we work with a lot of like brands, and we have brand events and stuff. So all the girlies who work like at the brands and do like social media stuff for them, like we don't get as many like emails from them, and I'm in charge of all.
Brands are so Monday morning heavy.
It is. Wait, my Monday morning, and it's crazy because I obviously don't work in the corporate world anymore, but like I just know exactly Monday mornings. All of a sudden they're like, we want to do an event, which is so cool, and it's so exciting every time like a brand wants to do an event at my studio. Like I get so excited because I used to work in like brand marketing at a beauty brand before, and now I get to combine like that with my passion.
Have you done anything with Rael yet?
No, I haven't actually. I used to have like their tampons in the bathroom. I haven't done anything with them, but.
That's who Sophie used to work for.
But it's funny because when I worked at Rael, a beauty brand, we like put on events with P-Volve and like other workout studios. So it's really weird to like be on the other side of the Zoom call. And it is nice for me to like reflect and be like, wow. Yeah, if I told myself that, like, it is really cool. But yeah, I love like doing events and brands and everything at the studio. Someone said the other day, I thought it was so funny. Someone was like, we always have like free products at the studio just for my clients. And like, I think a lot of studios would do like influencer only events. And we try to really like give things to just like our members and community. Because I feel like, I don't know, they don't get free stuff all the time and they deserve it. So we'll like always just have like free stuff. And the other day Celsius was kind to like gift drinks to everybody. Oh, that's so nice. And we had it on the front desk, and this girl comes in, she's like, it's literally trick or treat here every single day. I was like, that's funny. It is trick or treat.
I love that you do that because as an influencer, I want any brand that's possibly listening to this, stop giving us free shit all the time. Give it to the community. Yeah. Like I remember, was it during the LA fires?
Yeah.
I think it was. I had some brands reach out to me because they knew I lived in LA, being like, we'd love to send you like a care package. I'm like, a care package? Yeah. for what?
Yeah.
Like, and I had responded to them being like, please, like, use the money or supplies and, like, give to someone in need. But, like, I mean, I love receiving free stuff. Don't get me wrong. Who wouldn't?
Yeah.
But also it gets to a point, and I, like, compared to other influencers, I know I don't even receive half the amount of PR as others. Not for any reason, just some people get more than others. First of all, it just gets thrown away by most people.
There's just
it's
an overconsumption. It's so fun. I was just talking about this with Casey the other day because I remember when I was younger, like, my mom was not very into, like, skincare, anything. Like, she still uses, like, the Trader Joe's face cream. Like, that's just my mom.
And that's why she looks great.
Yeah, that's just her, like, whatever.
Yeah.
But I never, like, had a bathroom full of, like, products. Like, we always had the Trader Joe's body soap, which is great. I love the Trader Joe's body soap. But I just would be enamored when I'd walk into my friends' bathrooms or their mom's bathrooms.
And they'd have, like, all this stuff.
Products and products. And so now, like, I'm so grateful that I can get some products now and buy them or whatever people send. But it's
I know,
crazy.
Wait, life hack? Open up a Pilates studio, because then you get PR from brands, like, it's like they send it to the studio, but then also the studio owners.
Yeah,
you're like,
they want me to try it first. And then it'll be like, it will turn into, like, a potential partnership with the studio. But even, like, with sock brands, like grip sock brands at the studio, I love having, like, we have, like, Lucky Honey, which is, like, a huge brand, but then there's also a lot of small grip sock companies that, like, it's really hard to get your grip socks in studios than online. So I have, like, so many different brands on there. Like, any small brand that has grip socks that are, like, good grips, I'll have them in.
Yeah, of course.
But anyways, just now with all the products, it is an overconsumption of products where you're just like, whoa. And it's like, I don't know. It's crazy. I just made a video actually on my TikTok. You can enter if you'd want. But basically I was saying how a lot of, like, obviously influencers get to take free classes at a lot of studios for them and to help promote but there's a lot of, like, micro creators or who are, like, in the fitness and health and wellness space who maybe can't afford to go take a Pilates class, and they want good fitness content for their page. So I am gonna pick, well, maybe I'll do it, like, once a month, but I'll pick like somebody who wants to film content in the studio, obviously not getting anyone else's face in it, but just like trying to give back in that way.
That's, guys, you're gonna hear it here first. I've been collecting PR for, like, months now, and I think during Christmas I'm gonna do a huge giveaway.
Oh my god!
So stay tuned for that. But what the fuck were we talking about?
You asked me about organizing my time.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Every day is different. Honestly, like, if I'm gonna be completely honest, my brain doesn't shut up, and it's something that I am really trying to work on. I have a hard time staying present because I'm always checking my phone. Like, if there's an emergency, like, my instructor's is about to throw up. Like, I do need to know.
Like, your instructors, but then also, I almost called them
my front desk.
I almost called them audience. No, your clients.
Yeah.
Your instructor, your
my audience.
Your instructors, your front desk, your clients, and then, like, whoever, like, works with you, like, mind, body, like, all the, like, I don't know, you have, like, so many people that could potentially need you at all times.
There are little pieces too. Like, I always need my phone on, and like, I wish I didn't have to be so addicted to my phone, but that's just what it is. And I'm also, like, I don't have it figured out, like, to be 100% honest and answer this question at all. Like, that's what I say. Although, like, it feels like this has been my whole life owning the studio, like, I'm not even 2 years in, like, still very new to this whole thing. But I think I try to, like, stay present with my friends, but honestly, I'm really trying to work on separating. Feels like school and work and, like, you know.
Yeah, but like, I understand, because even, like, for me, and it's so different, but, like, I feel like I've been doing this since, like, 2020, seriously, and I feel like it took me until last year to, like, within my brain have that, like, separation. Like, everything did feel very blended together, and I don't really know how I made that switch and how I cut them up and made them two different things, but it did end up happening, and it does feel good. But, like, I can relate to some extent of, like, when it all just feels like one and it's hard to separate, like it feels impossible.
And I think like the more, it's like we were talking about like pre-planning things or like setting yourself up to like think you know how it's gonna go. I think for me, just the more and more, for example, I've gotten multiple calls at 5 a.m. by either my front desk or my instructor's sick or like I have to cancel class or whatever. Right. So like I check my phone. That's just, I'm also not complaining. That's a part of the job. That's what I signed up for.
But this is crazy. Didn't you say that you like jolt out of bed at like,
yes,
not, but you're like,
I have a lot of, I also like have a lot of anxiety and probably like need to see a therapist and like, you know, it's been talked about, but whatever. So like,
good thing Spencer's not here for this topic.
But I do think that like there has been so many times now where at 6 a.m. there was an emergency at the studio where my brain has now learned that, okay, we've fixed it. This is what happens. It's always okay. If I have to cancel the class, worst thing, like it's okay. I always gift the clients a free class. Like I have evidence now to tell myself everything's fine, but it is fine, that still like initial thing that I'm sure I'll get used to more and more.
Well, because at first because it's so new and you like not
people pleasing is like a big thing. So if people pleasing my clients is like the biggest thing, especially when I'm still trying to grow my business. Like I still want more members and more clients.
I can't even imagine the people pleasing with like, I guess maybe I'm getting a taste of it with teaching now, but like, cause it's literally like the comments I get, except you have to look them in the eye.
Oh yeah.
Like
it's people will walk out and you're like, people will walk out and it could just be that like, say I taught a whole class. Like as instructors, you do put a lot of energy into the class physically, mentally. You could be on your period having the worst day. You could have a bad body image day. I've had to teach when I've gone through really traumatic things. I lost my grandma and I had to keep teaching. Like there's a lot of things that like you don't know what's going on as an instructor, but you have to be everybody's hype woman. So no matter what happened in your day, doesn't matter. Right. You have to turn on. So that's what's very hard is you have to always be on. And also like you put a lot of time creating your routine, you want people to like it. So when people walk out, like, and they probably just had a hard day too, they'll walk out sometimes with like this face. Like, oh. I will literally go up for my own sanity. I'm like, did you like it? Like, I'm like, oh, this girl fucking hates me. Like, I'm like, did you like it? Like, how was it? Like, whatever. And then if, you know, I could gauge the vibes. Like, I even had someone say, listen, like, I did not feel good today. It was not you. It was me. And like, I'm like, okay, cool. Yeah. But some people like, whether you, I guess this is for everybody, but whether you go to like a Pilates class, fitness, like a spin class, like just always thank your instructor. Like it feels very really good. Thing. It is very dance. Like in dance, you always thank your instructor. And it's like when you go to a coffee shop, like smiling at your barista and saying thank you. Like it does go a long way. You just never know, obviously, what people are going through. But back to the time.
But also like it's so different too. Like when I post a video and there's comments and like people's opinions on like my video or whatever it is, like it's easy for me to take the negative ones and be like random person online, like obviously not like actual constructive criticism, but like still like I'll get like a hate comment or whatever and I'm just like okay, whatever, like their opinion is like doesn't matter, look at everyone else that had fun. But then like for me now teaching, every person I'm like, wait, how did you feel? Like, did you like it? And then if they were to say no, I would actually have to sit them down and be like, tell me what I did. Like, how can I change it? And so, like, that's the difference between, like, online stuff versus, like, you do, like, in person. It's really easy, or no, not really easy, but it's easier when it's online to just be like, okay, that person doesn't like me. That's fine. When they're looking you in the eye, it's a whole different.
I've had people be like, that wasn't my favorite routine. And I'm like,
oh. And I'm like, and you're not my favorite client.
Or like, I mean, this next question goes into what we're talking about because it kind of reminded me of something. Someone said, what entrepreneurship skill did you learn from each other? Not making it more so about, I don't know if it technically is an entrepreneurship skill, but I think something I've learned from you, which has to do with the people pleasing. I remember because we started being friends right when I opened the studio. So I would get mixed reviews of the studio where it's
mostly
like
good. Mostly
but I've gone to the point you actually helped me a lot with a lot of like ClassPass comments and reviews and everything because I would take it so personally. But like, you help me realize, like, not everybody, for example, not everybody's gonna like the videos that you make. Not everybody likes the same food. Not everyone likes the same workout. Like, if everybody gave us a 5-star on everything, like, we don't live in that type of a world. There's like a lot of diversity going on. Like, you know, like, you can't please everybody, and that's helped me a lot, I think. But it is really hard. But yeah, I think that's a skill I think I learned from you in terms of, like, my ClassPass reviews, like, me and my instructors talk about all the time, are like hate comments online. Sometimes.
No, they
like,
literally
are. After the class, like, I look through my ClassPass reviews, like, all the time.
Speaking of, did I get any ClassPass?
Yeah, you got multiple 5 stars.
Really?
No like comments yet.
Whatever.
But it comes through. But yeah, I'm always checking my instructors, seeing how people liked it. So it's constantly like that. But I think that's something, I can't remember exactly like what we had talked about in the beginning, but I do remember having a conversation with you, being like, how do you like, how do you
well, okay,
feel
that kind of goes into what, because I was thinking, like, what do I feel like I've learned most from you? And I feel like it's being more sure of myself and, like, believing in myself and what I stand for and what I create, because I think you're really good about, even when you're doubting yourself internally, still outwardly being like, no, I'm proud of myself, like, this is what I stand for. So, like, you work through it within your own brain, but then, like, outwardly, like, you are that strong figure in the business, and, like, for yourself too, even, like, kind of faking it till you make it, in a sense. And I feel like that I've learned from you, and then that in return helps me deal with everyone's opinions, because it does get tricky when you're constantly being flooded, whether it's reviews or comments, DMs, whatever, with other people's opinions. It's hard to remember what your own opinion is sometimes. Or, like, it's hard to, if you do get, say you get, like, a bad class review, I'm sure it's hard to be like, oh, like, I'm still a good instructor, though. Like, they didn't like it, or maybe that wasn't my best class, but that doesn't mean that I don't own a great studio. It doesn't mean that I'm not a great instructor. Like,
it's so crazy. Like, you could have 10 like amazing reviews, but one bad review, and that's all you think about.
And it rings in your ears.
Which is crazy.
Yes. No, I know. And it's sad, too, because, like, especially, like, okay, I get good comments all the time, of course. Good DMs all the time, of course. I wish my brain was wired to remember them more. Yeah. Because I feel like I remember hate comments.
Do you think meeting people in person, like, helps a lot?
Yes. Yeah. 100%. 100%. But, like, I also, like, sometimes I'm like, am I focusing too much on the bad comments, or are people who have something negative to say always more outspoken? Because I feel like sometimes it feels like there's more negative comments from people, or maybe reviews, whatever, than good sometimes, because I do think people are more likely to say something negative than positive.
It's like all the Yelp reviews everywhere. Like, yeah. It's interesting because there's a difference between, like, a negative / mean review versus, like, something that's constructive criticism.
Yeah.
And I think that goes both ways in our career, because there's certain things where someone will say, like, I really like this and this, but, like, this, I don't like this part of the routine. And I take that, and I'm like, okay, like, next time I'm going to make sure that I walk around more and I adjust and I correct her. Oh, people are saying the classes don't feel super challenging right now. Okay, let me talk to my instructors. Like, I now don't take it to heart as much. It's taken a lot of work and, like, 2 years to feel that way, which I feel like for you too. Do you feel like there's constructive criticism that has helped you evolve? And
yes. I think that's an important skill as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, that you can only learn through learning, is that, like, you do, like, yes, you need to be sure of yourself. You need to, know what you stand for, not let others' opinions flood into you or, like, get you down. But I also think it's important to be able to say, hey, you know what, that's a good point. Or, like, yeah, I agree, like, that wasn't my best video, or that wasn't my best class, or, like, I've been making it too easy, or whatever it is. Like, I think it's important to also be able to step back and listen and be like, okay, like, that's a negative review. Maybe it hurt my feelings. Yeah. But you know what? There's some truth to it. And sometimes the meanest comments are the ones that I know are true.
Really?
Like, if someone is like, I mean, sometimes they're blatantly rude. But, like, sometimes the ones that hurt the most, I'm like, oh, it's because it's kind of true. Like, imagine you had, like, a class and you kind of threw it together, you're like, I'm just going to make it up on the spot, like, because you were having a crazy day, whatever. You didn't put much time into the routine, having a bad morning. And then someone left a review saying, like, this felt very disorganized. You probably would be like, well, fuck you. Like, I had a bad day. But then, like, it takes a lot to stop and be like, well, probably wasn't my best class.
It's so crazy to me that, like, people have the time in their day to leave a negative review or even a negative comment. Like, so what, they didn't like your video? Okay, like, move on. Like, it's just it's so crazy to me. And, like, yeah, I guess it is interesting because it goes both ways for both of us. For me, like, I'm just like, they probably maybe think that I'm like a corporate business, and so they're just like leaving a bad review, but like, it's a small business still, and like, it, you know, I don't know, it's just it's crazy to me. Or like, it's not, I don't know, even for you, people don't like, sometimes people don't know actually what's going on in your life or whatever, and they're gonna leave some like rude shit. Like, what are, to me, I'm like, that says something about them and like not you. And obviously, like, I don't know, I think they're all like 12-year-old,
of course,
12-year-olds leaving in the comments.
Like, when I was really struggling with depression, like a little over a year ago, I would get comments a lot being like, every video is the same, like, you never leave your house. And like, it was hard to read because I was like, yeah, how do you think I feel? Like, this is just as repetitive and mundane and tiresome as it is for you. But like,
I think the whole point of having like an audience too is like they grow and evolve like with you.
Yes.
And
I would
like,
hope,
and even if they don't, like, I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. That's just like, you're not the same person you were when you started.
Definitely.
And like, if you were, and that's the content that people are expecting, like, sorry, that's not who you were. Like,
and
I wouldn't want to be the same person I was.
Exactly. Because like, when I look back at old videos of myself, I'm like, okay, I wouldn't watch her. So I would assume that like a lot of the people that watched me back then don't watch me anymore because they probably don't, like, if they related to me then, they probably don't relate to me now. And like,
which is fine.
It's completely fine. Yeah.
Interesting.
Should we end with I love this question.
Has it been an hour?
Yes. Isn't that crazy?
More?
Almost an hour. I love this question.
What is it?
Let me know if you want to do another one. But how do you personally measure success beyond profit or growth charts?
Yeah, I like that.
Okay. I love this one because I think that is the greatest, best part of being your own boss, being an entrepreneur, owning your own business, is finding for you personally what makes you feel the most successful and fulfilled. And for me, I always feel like I'm on top of my game. I'm being really successful. I'm like being a great creator when I'm like flowing with ideas. Like, if I have multiple ideas, video ideas lined up, a couple to edit, and I'm filming one, I'm like, I'm so good at this. Like, I'm ahead of my time. And then like another one is just like, if I post something maybe more vulnerable, something else that always makes me feel really fulfilled is when I get comments or DMs being like, thank you for posting this, or like, this is so relatable, thank you. I love that connection. So it's like, it's the two things. It's when I feel connected with my audience and when I feel really creative. Those are the two things that really make me like, I'm doing pretty well for myself. Yeah.
I think even like I've seen people come up to you and like have said like how much you've impacted their lives during like hard times or whatever, and that's so cute.
It actually
I'm like a mom sitting there when that happens. I'm like, yeah, like, she changed my life too. Pilates is a mindset, I think, too. Obviously, like, when you feel physically good about yourself, there's like a confidence there and everything, but it's not even just that. Like, I've had people say they've come to the studio and like it has changed their lives mentally. For me, I always say to my instructors, everybody, I don't know what happens like before those 50 minutes and after those 50 minutes of their day, and like if I can create this safe, comfortable space for them to feel the best physically and mentally, like, I've done my job. And I think working out in general is something that's very vulnerable. It's can be scary for a lot of people. So when I opened the studio, I wanted a place that was cozy and welcoming in that sense.
Especially for women. I think Pilates is so special because it's predominantly women for the most part.
Yeah.
Men come, but it's mostly women.
Yeah.
And I think that's a safe space that you don't find really in any other type of workout.
Yeah, it's like sometimes scary to go to a gym and these like gross men are here.
Even like F45 or like even Legree has way more men.
Yeah. I also did want to make a point though, because I know Pilates is something that isn't like accessible to a lot of people, and it is a privilege to be able to go take a Pilates class. It's like definitely pricey, and I do try to make it as affordable as possible.
Well, of course, still keeping up though, like that's another thing.
I'm also like very grateful where like now I'm able to help like support my family, and that's like also a lot of pressure on me. I was saying it's not very accessible to a lot of people, which is why I also try to do a lot of those donation-based classes. I had someone just message me the other day that like she was very transparent, just like, I can't afford these classes. Are you going to be doing more free classes? And I feel like I really try and do all of that because it's like, I don't want just a safe space where people can afford it, but also for everybody.
Yeah, of course.
So yeah, that's definitely like worthwhile to me when people are like, this is also, I feel like before I opened the studio and I'd go to work out like at a Pilates studio or yoga or whatever it was, like that was like my activity of the day. Like that, I was so happy doing that, whether that was like just time for myself to escape like from like the chaos of my day, or whether I was like, that was like how I was bonding with a friend going to class. I don't know, I think I have so many different walks of life, and people come into the studio and they've all been impacted in different ways. I even have like 65-year-old women come.
I know, I love when there's like older
there's
women
like
in
a lot of
class.
old women in the reformer studio, and I love that. Like when I'm 60, like I hope I'm like on that machine, and it brings a lot of happiness to their day, and that's very rewarding. That's the most rewarding to me. I think when I'm exhausted and tired and like whatever, and I see everybody like coming out like, oh, I feel so much better now. Like
oh,
you walk in being like, fuck, I don't want to do this, and you walk out being like, I feel so good, because it's literally the chemicals in your brain, right? Like the dopamine in your brain produces this like happiness. Even I brought my grandpa to the gym in Florida. Did I tell you this? No. My grandpa, like,
I think you said a picture, but that's it.
He is 92, and he, as of like 3 months ago, kind of stopped being super active, which is sad, but he was like swimming in the ocean with us till he was like 89 and going to the gym and everything. Awesome. But he was feeling like very depressed when we were there this last time, and we were like, let's just go to the gym, like let's try. We walk in, all his friends were like, oh my god, we missed you, like what happened? Like they got scared, like he died or whatever. Anyways, he like goes to the gym. He's like, can't really do much physically, but he actually was like pretty good for his age. And then after, he was like a different person. He was like smiling ear to ear, and like because of the dopamine in his brain, it's literally he like doesn't admit things to us. He literally admitted like, wow, I feel really good. And
it's just like when you finish a workout, it's an accomplishment. So it feels good. Like aside from literally chemically what's going on from exercise, it's also like you finish and you're like, okay, check. Like I did something good for myself.
I also tell my clients, like, I'm like, if you are not liking this routine or whatever, and you're just here to like zone out, I said, sit in a child's pose. I won't be offended. Like, this is your space. So like, I don't know, instructors were like, make sure you like, this is their space too. I hate that. But I mean, obviously be respectful of the instructor's routine.
Yeah, please. Please. Anyway. Yeah, it's funny though. We both like, they're such different jobs, but both of us basically just said like what makes us feel like we're successful, or how we what was the question? How we what?
How do you personally measure success beyond your profit or growth charts?
Both of us basically said when our clients or our viewers, whatever, come to us and say we've made a difference in their lives, we're like, okay, what we're doing is worth it.
It's worth it. Yeah. Obviously, like, if the numbers are lower that month, like, obviously it can be stressful and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, like, knowing that everybody's happy, and
of course,
and then it will keep growing and evolving.
Yes. And one thing too that I think is important to remember, and I have to remind myself a lot, is like, you don't have to be making the most. You don't have to be having the most clients or have the best business, whatever it is, to still be successful. Like, even if my views started going down, or your like class is starting to not be as full, whatever it is. That doesn't mean that you're not still successful, because you are. Like, it's just like things change, interests change, like popularity of different workouts change, people's what they want to see online, like the videos, it all changes. Like, think about jazzercise, you know, like jazzercise was like massive, and like now of course it's like 50 years later, whatever, but like now it's like, how old are you, Mom? It's like been 50 years and it's still a thing, but like not like it was in the 80s, you know, and like that doesn't mean that jazzercise wasn't still like one of the most successful workout brands
that
ever.
definitely is scary, I think, though, for both of us.
Yeah, of course.
I think it's scary to be like, is Pilates gonna go out of style? Like, is your kind of content gonna go out of style? Like, it is a very, like, it's not it's secure to, like,
is it secure? I feel like being an entrepreneur is like the least secure.
Yeah, it is scary. I know. I'm always like, what if COVID happens again? Like, I'm screwed.
And then like, this is like a whole other side we didn't even touch on, but then like benefits, like health insurance, and then like none of that. What if a pandemic? Like, all of that. Like, that's all a side of things. Like, honestly, there's a lot of great things about working your own job, being your own boss. You don't get security. Yeah, that's like the one thing. Yeah. Maybe once you become like a trillionaire, like multi-millionaire.
I'm trying to get on Monty's insurance. And like, but can I say one more thing?
Yeah.
Because I was just remembering what somebody had said, but I feel like I also get a lot of questions of just like how did you do? Like, how did you think? Like, how did you blow up so much? Like, how did the studio do so well when there's probably a lot of studios out there? And someone told me, another entrepreneur that I talked to recently, and he was telling me, he was like, there's 1,000 reasons why you're successful. 500 of them are probably your personality, like me, my expertise, I guess. Yeah. And then another 500 is luck. Yes. And I think we've both like understand that in a lot of ways. And it that's just how it is.
It is. That is just how the world works.
But that luck is like, it's more so like, how do you use that luck?
Yes.
And like, how do you...
It's like, okay, you've been granted this luck. Yeah. You've been dealt a lucky card. Now, what is it about you, your skills, your talents, your perseverance, whatever it is? How do you use that? That's what I was going to say. Like
for you, be like, maybe a few videos did really well, and like, and it's the algorithm and the luck and whatever it is. But then you didn't just like take that and be like, okay, I'm done. Like,
because a million people blow up. A million people try to start a business. Yeah. But not everyone succeeds.
Yeah. I think for me, I'm like, oh, like maybe this person came to the studio and then told that person and this, and then who knows like what it is. But then like I kept going. I worked harder. I thought of more strategy.
It's also like I really don't, like, if I were to ever try to replicate this again, I don't think I could. I think it's just like,
I'm tired thinking of it.
No, I know. But it really is just, like, so much luck.
It is.
Like, even, because then it's like, but then you look at other people and they've put so much work in. They want it so bad and they just can't get their feet off the ground. Yeah. And it's like, why? And it's literally luck. Yeah. Like, it is not fair. Yeah. Like, and that is unfortunately, like, how the world works. Yeah. People are 10 times more successful than us. Yeah. People are 10 times less. Like, it's just, it's never going to be fair. Life is not fair. Like, that. It's just everything in life. Like, why do I have to have a disease? Like, you know, it's like everything is unfair.
No, but why?
No, but I'm like, God, are you listening to me? Because no, but like, I guess I'm emphasizing that because like, I would never want you guys to sit here and be like, well, I have done every single thing you're saying. How come I'm not like, how come I can't do influencing full time, or how come I can't open a Pilates studio or whatever it is? Like, I wish I had an answer. But it's just like,
we're acknowledging that it is.
Oh, absolutely.
There's a lot of luck involved, but also like,
we know there's other people that are worthier. Yeah. Like, just as worthy or more worthy. Like, we know. We're not sitting here like on a high horse whatsoever. Just chatting.
No. Yeah. I think also like, I was saying how there's like 500 other reasons, and like it's like how you use that luck, I guess, to kind of keep going. But also,
it's like winning the lottery. Yeah. Like, someone's just going to win it.
If you win the lottery and then you spend all your goddamn money, you're poor again. You know what I mean? But if you are strategic about how you use that, then you might get even further. Maybe you invest your money and you grow even more and like, you know.
But I also feel like too, like, kind of on the contrary, like, just because even if you were like, say you had, for example, like for me, say you had a few videos blow up and you just like can't get anything else to work. That's not saying that you don't have those other 500 things. That's just where the luck again takes over, and it's just like, it's just so frustrating.
Yeah.
Like same, like I would love to be Alex Earl, you know, but like
too.
there's always going to be someone doing better. There's always going to be someone more successful.
Yeah.
There's always going to be new people coming in and sweeping the rug out from under you. Like that is just how life works.
Yeah. I think the biggest piece of advice though for if you do want to be an entrepreneur is to do something you're passionate about.
Definitely.
Because when it gets hard or there's tough days, you're passionate about it, so it does make it that much easier. And also, like we were saying, like the authenticity, like travels and transfers, and also like, I don't know, I feel like a lot of people are like, I want to open a Pilates studio, but I'm like, are you an instructor?
Right, like,
one,
why? Yeah.
Why? Like, are you just seeing it as a money grab?
Yeah.
Like, sure, I would love to open up a cafe one day, but like, I know a girl who hustles at this cafe and has so much knowledge about coffee and matcha and everything. And like, that makes so much sense for her. That doesn't make sense for me, even though maybe it would do really well. Like, I didn't become an instructor thinking that I was going to own a studio. That is not how it happened. I just just really enjoyed and was passionate about teaching. And I think that was the same for you. You liked and enjoyed making videos and content, and then that transferred into your career. So I think when you're doing things that are genuine to you, good things will happen out of it instead of forcing something.
I also feel like, to an extent, if you're passionate about it, you're probably also talented in it. Or something like that.
Yeah.
And I think that's going to carry you far. Also, like, talk about measuring success. You're never going to be fulfilled if you're just in it for the money. You're going to, okay, yay, my business is successful, made some money. Now what? Like, you're never going to have that moment like we have where we're like, wow, we're making a difference. Because you don't care. And then you're just going to be empty and have money. Ooh, fun.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's not about the money. It's really not.
It's not about the money. Anywho. I really liked those questions.
Me too. That was so good.
They were really good.
I want to bring up our closing. Oh my God. When I open up my Google Docs, like my stuff from college still. Oh wait, this is high school actually. 2017.
You didn't have a high school email?
I did. Oh wait, this might be college, but it is 2017.
I want to open up my old like high school email and see like my email etiquette.
Yes. Oh my God, yeah. Letter from Birmingham jail, Martin Luther King Jr.
What's your closing in your email? Like, you know, they say like, thank you, comma.
A lot of times I'll just do my name.
You'll just be like blah blah blah. Soph.
Like I'll say something and I'll be like Soph Mosca.
Oh.
Yeah. Or I think a lot of times I'll be like excited to hear back from you or like something like that.
Oh, but you don't do like a sincerely, comma.
No.
I have one.
What's yours?
Warmly.
Wait, I like that.
Always warmly, comma.
I think
Sophie.
I'll do best.
My mom would do best and warmly, and I think I just always did warmly. Because I'm a people pleaser, so I'm like, warmly, I'm warm. Trust me.
I'm warm and friendly.
Like me. We're going to send a voice memo soon because next week's topic is
too long to text. Bye.